What's happening, everybody? We back, baby. You see it. We in the building. Pew, 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 pew. You get it. Anyway, I am back with you once again, folks. It's good to be rocking on another Monday. You can see I am joined by my guy, Diehard Eru in the building. What up, Eru?
What up? Chilling. I was trying to take the night off, man, and I got the bat signal. You know, still Knicks fans. Ron needs me.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. As people slowly start to pop in, salute to everybody on YouTube, everybody on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? And also to those who may be tuned in on Facebook. Where do we begin? Well, first off, let me start with this news. So did you hear about that already, Eru, about Huck Porty and Scat being like the pieces on the rotation, like the center by committee type thing?
Yeah, I heard about it, man. But I mean, what's the rotation? The 15-man rotation? You know, so as soon as I heard it, I got annoyed with it. But then you see Ian Bagley, he tried to like ether one of those, like somebody that commented on the thing. He tried to ether him. But I see other fans too, like say on Nick of Time show, they ask the same thing and say, listen, man, I hit, you're saying this, but what about Deuce? What about this guy? So what, how big is the rotation? Tom Thibodeau doesn't play more than 9 guys,
So I did see what you're talking about. And I think he tried to clean it up and said that these are the guys that are on the depth chart, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get the rotational minutes. So even though
say nothing.
Yeah. So in essence, Kolek might be right behind Brunson in status as far as the backup point guard, but Deuce may still be first off the bench before Kolek and may play more minutes than Kolek. So, I don't know. I don't know.
We just have to wait and see, man. Because I mean, training camp is not until like how many months from now? So come on, man. Like,
yeah, we got a while.
Yeah, we got a while before we start getting rotation stuff in there.
Yeah, so I wouldn't go too crazy into it just because the one thing we knew is that Kolek was going to make this team. How he was going to play, or if he was going to get a two-way, or if they were going to, we know they signed him outright, so he got a nice contract. He's making good money, and you would expect that he's going to sit on the bench. If they needed him, they can go to him. But I don't know. On Tibbs' rotation, you know how it is, Eru. You know how he does with his rotations.
Once upon a time, like Dennis Smith Jr. was supposed to have been our starting point guard leading up into the thing. And the next thing you know, he gets traded, and then we have Derrick Rose on the roster, and the rest is history with that. So I mean, a lot can happen between now and then. So we can't be solidifying rotations in the middle of the summer. It's kind of ridiculous.
I agree.
And what did they view Dante DiVincenzo? Because at the moment, Dante DiVincenzo is coming off the bench too. So how many guards are you coming off the bench with?
Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be an interesting rotation. And unless the Knicks, acquire another big man to come off the bench that might be able to also start if need be, Knicks are probably going to be a small team. So
let's say if they do get a decent backup, center or whatever. So I mean, now you got a backup center, and then you're gonna have 3 guards, and then you got Josh Hart, who's also basically a guard, 6'5" guy. And then guys are mentioned Bates Diop too. So now you're talking about 11 guys, so like the more you dig into it, like you literally get into 12, 15-man rotation. That's not happening.
Yeah, so, it's definitely not happening.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be, I wouldn't be surprised if he went 10 though. I could see him going 10. I think the whole thing, like, we know who Tibbs is. We know he's a creature of habit. We know he's stubborn with his rotations, but we also know that Tibbs is only that way because he's used to having this many players he can rely on. But if you give him more players, there's nothing wrong with him saying, I'll add one more to the mix. We'll go 10. But,
right.
That 10th man gotta do their job. He has to be able to depend on them. And if they don't, he'll easily chop that, and it'll be 9-man rotation again.
But right to your point there, man. Right now it's July. We're talking about September, October, when they really start to get into like the meat and potatoes of meeting up, having mandatory or non-mandatory practices and that type of thing. So you can't pencil a guy that never played an NBA game and talk about he's the backup point guard. It doesn't make sense to me. And then just to put some some respect on Cameron Payne's name. Cameron Payne has averaged double figures in this league, and he's been the backup point guard to Chris Paul in a year where they won 64 games. So Cameron Payne is not like some bum off the street that they, just like a nobody. That guy has actually played meaningful minutes in his NBA and actually played really well. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, whether or not he's a third string point guard or the second string point guard or whatever it is, man, we have some good players, and I just think training camp will solve everything. Just like Kate's Diop, Diop, whatever. Nobody was talking about Precious when we traded for him. Now all of a sudden, oh man, we need to get Precious back, right? So wait till you see Diop play, then the people are gonna be like, oh wow, he's got to play too. So what can you do? It's a lot to talk about between now and then.
That's fair. That's a fair point. I'm with you on that. Yeah. Shoquan said, yeah, we love Ron. Tell him to do one more year on the podcast. Yeah, we'll see, man. Everybody be trying to hit Ron up to do it.
Yeah, but much respect to Ron because he gave up all this podcast and stuff because it was interfering with his ministry. So that's something that's lost in that sauce there, man. So big respect to him, man, because that takes a lot because when you're doing this stuff, you have your dream, you know what I'm saying, but you also have a calling too. So you have to put priorities, where they belong, So respect to Ron, man, wherever he's at right now. But if I could segue on that too, I'm almost at 3,000 also on my channel too. So do the same thing for me too, guys. Hit the subscribe.
You know what I mean? Come on, y'all. All we got to do is keep glowing and growing, baby. Go support Diehard Eru. I mean, listen, it takes you 2 seconds. You can even open up another browser right now if you're on a PC or whatever. Click on Diehard Eru, hit that like button, hit subscribe. You know what I mean? If you haven't subscribed already, show them some love, man. We a family over here. We are at a point where we're not there yet. Because there's still a little question mark on what the Knicks might do to address the backup center. But if they do, then we will really be there, right? And I like to call it the dog days of the offseason because there's nothing else to do. There's nothing to talk about. Your team is what your team is. There's no summer league. You just got to wait until training camp and practice and see how it all shakes out. So we're getting close to that, guys. We're going to find out if the Knicks make a move over the next, because I've heard that, other people that have been in the chat have said, watch the Knicks. They might do something around August 5th, August 6th, because they're able to move certain pieces. So we got to see. We got to see what happens. They might do something. Do you have a feeling that might happen? Because a lot of things happening, around the league happen a little later into the offseason. And some people are even talking like Kolek is a hot commodity right now. Nobody's safe.
Yeah, Knicks got to do what they got to do to win. Right now, we're coming we're talking about 50 to 60 wins next year. It's like no joke. So the Knicks got to go. We can't be playing games with certain things on the roster. Like if we have an opportunity to make the team better, we just got to do it at this point because our window is open now. We have to go for it. So I can see it. Right after summer league, I was kind of expecting something to happen during summer league. But definitely beginning of August, I could see that, and then there's a couple other points to say like September, and then just leading into training camp also too. There's always moves to be made, so we'll see what happens.
I agree. It's just a wait and see, man. But like I said, I'm already totally happy and excited with this current Knicks team. I like where we're at. I like where they're going. I like the fact that we've got a lot of options that we've never had before. When we people have been talking about it, but it's just crazy to think of how much of a change this Knicks team has undergone. We went from not being able to get a point guard to getting a great point guard, and then getting a really good, possibly once he gets into the NBA, we still got to see a really good backup point guard, possibly. And then also, we had the whole thing with Rokas being another option. I have since heard that Rokas is in contract negotiation talk with an international team right now.
Aviv, I think.
Tel Aviv, because I think Rokas sees the right. It's just bad timing. There's just not a spot for Rokas right now, and definitely not for what he wants. I mean, we don't look at it as fans because we just think, we got so many different options. He'll make the team. We'll figure out how to. No, Rokas is the type. He wants to be a part of the team. He don't want to just sit on the bench. So, I got to respect that for the young man. How did you feel about what you saw from Rokas in the summer league, bro?
I just think the summer league is like a glorified like street ball game. You know, it's just like it's almost like it literally is like any summer league game that you see in New York City. Really, just a bunch of pros put together on a team. Not really much practicing going on. You guys are just kind of showing up and just playing, and that's kind of hard to assimilate for somebody that's coming from playing organized ball. He's playing, for Lithuania. Leading the Lithuania team, so that's a big deal. He gave Team USA problems. He gave Germany problems and during the FIBA tournament and stuff like that too. So he's used to playing high level basketball. So he didn't really play all that great in the beginning, but he started to get comfortable at the end because now you see how it is, and then you can get loose and do your thing and stuff. So it is what it is. I thought he played okay.
Yeah,
he definitely earns that contract on Maccabi Tel Aviv because that's one of the major clubs in the world as far as basketball. So he earned that to get that opportunity.
Yeah. 100%. I agree with you on that. Like he just, he looks like he's a ball player. You know what I mean? He looks like he's a professional ball player. He can only get better. Like the competition is good over there, but NBA competition is different. So it would take him a little while to get acclimated to his style of game and how fast the game is over here. But he could do it. And I think, after a full year or so being here, I think the next year 2, he would look really good over here. Yeah. But that time just hasn't been able to
he's pretty big too. He's like 6'5".
Yeah, he's like 6'4.5". Yeah, he's a good size.
He has like some muscle to him also,
Yeah. He needs a better haircut, but other than that, he's
got the young boy haircut, the taper fade with the curly hair on top. He's just trying to ride the wave and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. The Knicks have so many different names that have been thrown out around their interests, like Clint Capella, Wendell Carter Jr. You're talking about, Walker Kessler, the dude from Charlotte, who I'm forgetting his name now. There's just all these different guys that could be on the Knicks radar. And the other guy that seems to be, talked about a lot too is not Vucevic, the guy from the Pelicans, the center. What's his name? European guy, I think. What is his name? Valanciunas.
He signed with a different team though. Valanciunas.
Oh, did he? I forgot. I always associate him with the Pelicans.
Yeah, he's been with the Pelicans for a minute, but I think he definitely did go to a different team. I'm trying to find out the other player that you had mentioned from Charlotte. Keep forgetting his name. So that's the problem with having two old guys on the show like this, man. You need like a young guy in our ears, like, come on, you old bastard. Well, it's Nick Richards. Nick Richards.
Richards, that's right. Nick Richards is another solid player, young, got a nice, good all-around game. The Knicks actually wanted to draft a player like him, or him specifically, but we just didn't have a pick when he was drafted. I think he went, if I'm not mistaken, I think he went right before. But whatever. Either way, he's a solid player, and the Knicks obviously, covered him. They think he's in high regard. So that's another guy. Like there's a lot of different guys out there that the Knicks could trade for if they want to part with the pieces. That's the thing.
Right.
You got to give up something. I am chopping it up with my brother Eru today from Diehardknicks Podcast. Please go show him some love on his platform on YouTube. It's Diehardknicks Podcast. Hit that like, hit that subscribe for my guy. I think that the Knicks are going to have to figure out what they can rely on as a team. And as I've said multiple times throughout this offseason, the Knicks need a insurance plan for all their positions. Okay. It doesn't matter what position, they need insurance. Whether even Jalen Brunson's position. Jalen Brunson gets hurt, because he's working so hard and he's putting his body on the line. You need insurance. We got to keep this train going. So the Knicks need a backup at every position that they can depend on. And center is no different. Mitchell Robinson may be a solid defender. He may be a good rebounder, but he's got a lot of offensive deficiencies even when he is healthy. But if he's not healthy, we're getting nothing. So we got to be prepared.
Well, the thing about it is that the Knicks need. That's the key right there. The Knicks need. That's what we need to focus on. The Knicks need. Not putting these, because we've been through it throughout all these years. Frank Ntilikina is number one. And how many times we argued about Frank Ntilikina on Sim Show? back when it was only really Sim, and we had like 10 people on the panel, and we like going having like a gang fight over Frank Ntilikina. And where's Frank Ntilikina right now? Frank Ntilikina is not 30 years old yet. You know, and the dude is out the league right now. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. We have to keep talking about how we can make the Knicks better, not talk about Heroes, you know, his girl, you know, he must have stole his girl. Yeah, he stole my girl. You know, so you know, it is whatever you want to say, you know.
I'll tell you one thing. These French players, they better get it together, man, because the French players be looking kind of suspect. You know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. There was like 5 or 6 of them drafted in the draft, and you know, they're coming along slowly. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to keep hitting y'all with the damn daddy. Like,
but, you know, not for nothing. If those French guys do pan out, they're gonna have a hell of a you know, like FIBA team. You know, come.
Oh yeah. They look like they got talent. They just come. I think I honestly think that, you know, they sometimes maybe it's just the French do things a little differently, and it's a little slower for them to do things comfortably here, and they got to get acclimated because it's different. So just give them some time. You know, they're away from home. It's a lot of different stuff going on. So we'll see what happens. All right. Well, Eru, final words, my brother.
It's my birthday tomorrow. That's what I gotta say. Tomorrow's my birthday. I'm trying to be nice, man. You know. Do you know, like, the reason why I even acknowledge people that talk about Mitch and always saying, well, because I get stuff thrown into my emails and in my DMs talking about Mitch Robinson. It's like, listen, man, I'm over it, you know, with all that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? We're talking basketball, so just keep it basketball. I don't need to have people, you know, writing me soliloquies in my freaking emails and stuff like that talking about Mitch Robinson. It's like, grow up. You know, like this is basketball, but it's not really real, to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? We're here talking and having a good time. And anybody's points, if you think Mitch Robinson is good, okay, cool. But we're not going to talk about him as if he's you know, Superman, you know, jumping over buildings in a single bound and you're faster than a speeding bullet and all this other nonsense when the guy is shooting 40% from the free throw line. So it's like, you know, it is what it is.
Hey, what up, Drugs? Yeah. Happy birthday once again to my guy Eru. Tomorrow is his birthday. We're happy with our team. We want the best. We want our players to do what they got to do out there. We believe in our guys. You know, we've watched guys like Mitch grow with the team, but the Knicks are in a position where they are trying to win. If Mitch can win with them, fine. But if they don't feel he can, that's another story. The Knicks have already shown you. It gets to a certain point when it's time to make a move. Quickly's gone. RJ's gone, Grimes is gone, Obi's gone. Like, they will make a move depending on what happens. So I think, you know, we just got to hope that this year plays out well, that Mitch stays healthy, that we find an adequate backup. It could be one of these guys, like we were talking. It could be Skapintsev, it could be Hukporty. Who knows? But we got to find that guy. The Knicks are going to have a training camp. They're going to have their preseason games. They're going to be able to look at whoever they got in these positions to see if it works. And we just got to hope for the best, man, because this is a really important year for this Knicks franchise. One of the most important years in a long time. We are in a good position to make some noise. So, you know, no matter what happens, remember, we are still Knicks fans, okay? All right, so my final words are this. Tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend, still Knicks fans. We'll be back again, whether it be on Monday nights at 9 p.m. for SKF Weekly with my guy. Could be Eru, could be me and my brother John, could be Jose in the background on the ones and twos. You just never know. We are here though. And if you haven't gotten sick of me, you can also check me out on Saturdays for Know the Ledge, where I hope to talk you guys off the ledge. Because when you start saying stuff and going back and forth about players, this is when I come in. This is when it's therapy session. I come in and I tell you, hey, watch that. Oh, I don't know about that. 66 wins. Uh-oh.
See if I know the ledge.
You know what I mean? You jump it out the window. So that's what I'm here for. Anyway, I appreciate all you guys. Thanks once again. Once again, guys, happy early birthday to my guy Eru tomorrow. Coming back like Jordan wearing the 4-5. I hope you enjoy yourself, brother. I hope you have a great day. You know, and do something fun, man. I know it's gonna be hard. It's a freaking Tuesday. You know, what's that?
Yeah, the kids will be in camp and stuff, man. So I'm just gonna, well, I have a tradition. I usually get up really early, crack of dawn, soon as the sun comes up, and I shoot around. So I've been doing that ever since I was a kid. So I'm gonna get up and do that. I haven't shot around since last year. This is my last birthday. I think that might be the last time I shot around. So I'm gonna get up this morning and I'll do that, man. So
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Knicks Yak. It's not. I'm watching you. It's not Knicks hate. We're talking. It's not Mitch hate. I'm just talking about what he can and cannot do, and that's it.
There it is. That's all it is, guys. That's all it is. All right. Well, you guys have a great night. Like I said, go check out. I believe Tony Crow is rocking right now. Knicks and Bruises on Nothing But Knicks. Go show him some love. If you want to continue this Knick conversation, appreciate you guys, and have a great night, man. But listen. And the bottom line is we all want to win, and we want to win together. We want to be in the Canyon of Heroes, chopping it up, saying, remember that time y'all was talking about Mitch? Remember you said this? And look at us now, baby. Whether Mitch is there or not, I don't care. Let's win.
Yeah, but next time you address me in the chat, make sure you hock to a spit on that thing, okay? That's what I got to say. You love to be on it, so, show us some love.
Okay. Now I gotta go. All right, y'all. We out of here. Take it easy.
Freedom over fame. Freedom over cycle stays the same.